Welcome, everybody. Today, I want to talk about a couple of things, especially, of course, like Katowice, the final of the European Spring Championship are going to take place this weekend, and you might have already heard. I haven't really talked about it on YouTube. To be honest with you, the last couple of weeks were pretty busy, as you might have realized already, with all the content that I've been uploading. But I didn't really get the opportunity to like talk all of the viewers on YouTube and like dedicate one of the videos to you guys to actually talk a bit about what's going on. So we're going to do that today, and you might have heard already, which is how I start with the whole thing, that I'm going to Katowice as well. So I'm going to be casting at the championship over there together with a couple of others. Like, for example, Khaldor is going to be there as one of the desk hosts. I'm going to cast with Wolf again, who I casted StarCraft 2 with in Korea for 3 years. So it's going to be pretty epic, actually, to have the Korea connection back together and casting a different game this time. There's also going to be Dreadnought from the US, who already had a pretty good showing at the North America finals, where he casted together with Solid Jake. I'm going to cast with him as well, I suppose. And I'm going to cast, of course, with all the others as well. Kendrick Swish is going to be there. Techa's going to be there. So it's going to be a pretty cool event. It's going to be really, really nice. And I mean, Katowice is amazing. I've been in Katowice already once. It was no clue when exactly that was. It was with StarCraft 2 back then, though, and it was an amazing event. It was really quite a lot of fun. I love Poland, and it's going to be absolutely great. So, yeah, that being said, I mean, the year so far has actually been pretty busy. Back in January, I announced on Twitter and I think also on Facebook that I wanted to upload also a few videos where I started to talk a bit about like workout and fitness. Basically because people always ask me what my routine is, if I can recommend a couple of things and exercises and other like stuff, and just explain the basics a bit. And of course, there's a lot of channels already out there that kind of deal with all of that. But if you actually Google for it, you will find that there is a massive amount of information, and a lot of it, let's just face it, is pretty much just trash, so, or marketing. So in that case, I actually decided to at least upload a couple of videos to explain a few basics for people that actually want to start. The problem was, though, that suddenly Blizzard started to just like drop the entire qualifier stuff for the Spring Championship on us, and all the time that I thought I had in January was just gone. We had Enter the Storm and all the other tournaments as well, the qualifiers too, so those videos were a little bit postponed. And then when I finally started to have a bit more time, I got sick as well. You might have realized that in a few of the recently uploaded videos that I was coughing quite a little bit and casting sometimes even with a fever there, so that wasn't too pretty either. And now I'm going, of course, first of all to Katowice, and when I'm back, I'm going to try and, of course, like deal with those things as well. So there's actually a couple of projects that I still want to realize this year, and I hope that I get like all of them done, but definitely the workout stuff is going to happen at some point. But the big thing right now is the finals in Poland, and I'm gonna travel. Actually, like when you guys watch the video, I'm probably already in Poland. I'm planning on uploading that tomorrow, I think, because if I'm not mistaken, then today there's going to be the first video with Xul. I actually had a bit of time on my hand before I left for Katowice, and so I asked on Reddit, the community, if they have a couple of games that they would like to have casted. There's also going to be a Heroes of the Dome game pretty soon. I'm not quite sure really what I should do with Heroes of the Dome. The replays are available, so I could actually cast those a little bit more often. I guess it depends a little bit on how many views the Heroes of the Dome match that I'm going to upload at the weekend is going to get, and how many likes, how people respond to that, if they really would like to see a bit more of it, or if they would prefer just to have European tournament games. So it depends a little bit on you guys what you actually want to watch there. That being said, though, the beginning of the year for me personally was pretty awesome. The channel is growing. There was, of course, a lot happening on Twitch as well, and there was a ton of live content that was going on too. And so far, I had actually like a pretty good start into the year. Extremely busy, and of course, I hope that this is going to continue throughout the year with the occasional break every now and then, just to give me a bit of a breather. But so far, I'm actually like pretty happy of how the year started, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the coverage here as well. I'm currently trying to get a couple of co-casters in every now and then. I mean, I casted with Techa already when we were looking at the Spring Championship qualifiers. Yep, no mistake there. Okay. So when we're looking at the qualifiers, then I had Thatcher with me. I brought Lowell in once or twice to just like cast a couple of games with him. And currently the idea really is to get a few more pro gamers every now and then to jump in. I mean, a lot of the matches will still be commentated from me alone, just because it's oftentimes difficult to get a co-caster there, especially one that is, of course, on a player level and can bring all of these insights. The boys, of course, are going to try to play in every single one of these tournaments, and if they don't play, then they oftentimes have scrims, so it's very unlikely that I'm going to get one of them for like the entire duration of a broadcast. But as long as they can jump in for one or two series, I think that should be a nice addition there. So that's one of the things that I definitely want to do a little bit more often. I hope that you like the games with Lowell, and yeah, there were a couple of comments that were already talking like about it, that they want to have more pro gamers. I'm going to try to make that reality, so don't worry about that. I of course hope that overall this year is going to be pretty successful for Heroes of the Storm. Personally, I think there's still a couple of things that really have to be done with the game, but overall the direction is definitely the right one. Blizzard is currently doing a pretty good job with the balance updates as well. They're quite frequent right now, and most of the time those changes don't really go overboard. So you have subtle adjustments that really help the hero pool overall. And with every single new hero release, we also get, of course, few changes to the meta itself, and therefore we have like more heroes in the meta too. So Blizzard, with all of that, is currently doing a pretty decent job. The plans for esports, of course, this year are pretty big. Not only are going to have another Heroes of the Dawn, but at the same time, of course, the prize pool that they already announced for all of their like majors that they're running this year is pretty impressive. I think overall it's like 4 million that they are dropping this year, which is quite nice. And yeah, that being said, I mean, there's really quite a bit of to talk about these days. Ideally, I'm going to do that also a little bit more in detail after I come back from Poland. So I'm not quite sure if I can manage to get all of the interviews done that I would like to record in Poland. Depends a little bit on the schedule that we have and how much time we have on our hands. The games are, of course, going to start on Saturday. We have Saturday and Sunday matches, and I'm going to include a couple of links in the description of the YouTube video if you guys are interested. There's a couple of pretty amazing threads on Reddit right now which cover basically everything, starting with like the different streams that you can watch, all the casters, all the players, the teams, and also like schedules and yeah, whatnot. I mean, there's basically everything listed right over there. So I include a couple of those things in the description, and you can check that out later as well. That being said, I think we're actually like done for now. So just to give you a bit of a brief idea of what has been going on, one of the things that would be pretty cool, I've mentioned the workout videos already earlier. Don't worry, this is not suddenly going to mutate into a workout and fitness channel. That's not what this is about. It's really just trying to like release a couple of videos as a series to give beginners a bit of a start of what they need to do, talking a bit about nutrition, talking about a couple of good exercises, about form, about how you should actually like work out, how you could maybe like, if your goal is, for example, to lose weight, just a few simple tricks of how you can start with that, and just try to like get rid of a few of these rumors that are currently out there whenever you talk to someone about fitness. And for me, it would actually be quite helpful to know if there's something in particular that you guys would like to know or that you guys would like me to talk about. I already prepared a pretty detailed Excel file actually, which I'm going to release in one of the videos as well, so you can download it where you can track your own progress and you can actually have a bit of a look about like, let's say, for example, development of like body fat compared to free body mass, which is muscle. Free fat mass, sorry. Free body mass would be a little bit weird. I'm not quite sure what that would look like, but yeah, fat-free mass, that's what I wanted to talk about, sorry. So stuff like that, and I actually had quite a bit of fun, I have to admit. Like, it took me a couple of hours to get the file ready, look up all the formulas, and like check them again, and make sure that the file would also apply to everybody and not only to me, or at least that people would be able to just like adapt it quite easily. I'm going to talk about that at some point, but just like thinking about all of that and suddenly getting my head wrapped around something else in a way that I actually have to explain it to people and not only for myself was pretty fun. So I'm going to plan to do that in the future there, as already mentioned. But if there's something that you guys really want to know, where you say like, okay, this is like the most important part for me, this is really something that I need to know, because I want to like change a little bit how I live, I want to get a little bit fitter, I want to get a bit healthier, then just let me know, and if I can, I'm gonna like put that in as well. That being said, we're going to have amazing Heroes of the Storm at the weekend. I hope that you guys are ready. So if you want to tune in live, check out the links that I post in the video description. And well, that's it for the day. I'm going to be back on Monday, and I believe next week, or is it next week? Is it the week after? Guys, like, my schedule is crazy these days. We are going to see the End of the Storm North America finals very, very soon. The groups are starting now to play, or 16 teams, of course. And there's a couple of other like smaller tournaments that are also starting, and most of the stuff is actually going to happen within the next 2 weeks. So there's going to be a ton of content. Once again, you can watch it on Twitch as well if you want. As I said, links are in the description, but I'm going to upload everything also to YouTube. So guys, I hope that you have a great weekend. I hope that you are going to watch the stream. I'm going to see you there. Let me know what you thought about the coverage. And besides that, if you want to follow a couple of like pictures, updates, and all of that, then you should definitely check out the Twitter account. I think it's also linked down here somewhere. Yeah, that being said, guys, have a good one. Going to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.